Greetings. I am Dr. Jeffrey Sterling, Surgeon General for Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. This vlog discusses health disparities that exist in life expectancy in the United States as of 2020. This information is provided from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the National Center for Health Statistics, and the National Vital Statistics System. Information from the NIH, the National Institute of Health, show that marked socioeconomic gradients in US life expectancy exist across all sex, racial, and ethnic groups. Adults with lower education, higher poverty levels, in manual occupations, and with rental housing all have substantially lower life expectancy compared to their counterparts with higher socioeconomic position. Let's look at some of these differences. In education, adults with at least a master's degree had a 14.7 years higher life expectancy at age 18 than those individuals with less than a high school education. That life expectancy changed to 8.3 years greater for those with at least a master's degree over those who had achieved just a high school education. Let's look at poverty. Poverty is actually inversely related to life expectancy. Individuals living in poverty have been shown to have a 10.5 years lower life expectancy at age 18 than those with incomes greater than 400% of the poverty threshold. Laborers and those employed in craft and repair occupations respectively had a 10.9 and 8.6 years lower life expectancy at age 18 than those with professional and managerial occupations. Male and female renters respectively had 4.0 and 4.6 years lower life expectancy at age 18 than did homeowners. And women in the most advantaged socioeconomic group outlived men in the most disadvantaged group by a full 23.5 years at age 18. There's a lot to unpack with respect to racial disparities and life expectancy. Let's stratify these, but let's start by just looking at the general differences between whites and blacks in the United States as of 2020. During this year, if you were born white, you had a life expectancy of 78 years. If you're a non-Hispanic black, your life expectancy at birth is 72 years. That represents a disparity of a full 6 years. Let's split that out and look at the differences between comparable men and women subgroups. In 2020, non-Hispanic white men had a life expectancy of birth of 75.5 years. Non-Hispanic black men only had a life expectancy of 68.3 years, representing a disparity of 7.2 years life expectancy at birth. It's a little bit less for women, but it's still pretty dramatic. Non-Hispanic white women have a life expectancy of 80.6 years, and non-Hispanic black women have a life expectancy of 75.8 years. This represents a disparity of 4.8 years amongst women. Unfortunately for black males, the disparities not only exist across racial and ethnic groups, but also amongst gender. Whereas black women have a life expectancy of 75.8 years, black men only have a life expectancy of 68.3 years. So there is a 7.5 year disparity in being a black male versus being a black woman in America. Look for additional content on Sphinx TV discussing steps you can take to improve your life expectancy. Regarding the disparity in life expectancy between black women and black men, this is also present for each of the top 10 causes of death in the United States, meaning black men die disproportionately, even when compared to black women across the board. We also know there has been an additional drop in US life expectancy since the COVID-19 pandemic began. This is likely to exacerbate these disparities based on the disproportionate impact of COVID-19 on the black community. There are tips throughout our Sphinx TV Surgeon General Initiative vlog series that will help you improve your life expectancy. Please take a look. Thank you for watching. I'm Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Surgeon General, Dr. Jeffrey Sterling.